The two clowns are again out and about trying to take the spotlight from Meghan being at the Fortune Most Powerful Women Summit today in Washington. The clowns are out. You know, it got into a point you just have to laugh whenever they make these attempts or try to upstage Harry and Meghan. Ever since they learned that Harry and Meghan will be in New York, and of course Meghan being in Washington, the way they were scrambled to fix things, to pretend that they're working, like they are busy doing nothing, basically. And I love how the internet has been telling Kensington, hey, it's time you guys pay Harry and Meghan, because whenever they're outside, it gets these lazy grifters to pretend to work. I mean, aren't you guys ashamed? Like, aren't you ashamed that it takes Harry and Meghan to be seen somewhere or to have an engagement somewhere, that's when Bullion and Mumbles all of a sudden they appear? So they were outside and a lot is happening. First, the wiglet made a comeback. I mean, it's always been there, right? People are trolling the wiglet, and of course the shoes. Of course, as you can see in this video, how William is not even a gentleman. The man gets off the truck and leaves the wife not even a help. He does not even help her get down, like literally. And people are like, if that was Harry, sorry, that was Harry. You remember that incident when Harry, rushed his hand on Meghan's ass? They were like, oh, that will be a different story. Well, a guy, he's a gentleman. And then the fake back rub to appear that, that's a sign of affection. It's like so fake. And I've seen people also dissect the fact that there's a picture where the way they're standing, it's like, oh, the body language experts have disappeared. They're nowhere to be seen. Apparently, they've gone on vacation, so we've got to take it upon ourselves and be body language experts, right? The way everyone always claims they're a royal expert. So they're saying the way they're standing apart, like this one is looking at the other side. It's like, no, there's people who love each other. They will normally want to face in each other's direction, but these two, look, they're just apart. So they are desperate, and all of a sudden, they made an appearance in Ireland. Which is very crazy because William is getting so much heat, so much backlash over that fake interview. After it was discovered, it was recycled, and then they rushed to delete it. It's madness. Then he decides to go to Northern Ireland, where they will spend the day visiting innovative organizations that showcase growth and investment in rural areas and demonstrate entrepreneurial and creative opportunities for young people. Does that sound there's a copycat thingy going on? Because guess who's talking about business today in Washington? Guess who's talking about, as ever, at the Fortune Most Powerful Women Summit? Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. So all of a sudden they are again talking about entrepreneurship and creative opportunities for young people. People are like, shut up. Shut up. These people know nothing about entrepreneurship. What have they done? If they can't even focus on their own charity organizations, which by the way are just failing. Are we supposed that these people have any skills in entrepreneurship? What is there to learn when they literally grab everything? They're taxpayer funded. What? So the way they're desperate, I love how the internet can see right through it and how it's calling them out. And literally, you think by now they stop. Because guess who's dominating right now? Guess the UK media is already dissecting Meghan's speech, like parts of the speech. Tons of articles are already out about Meghan's speech at the Fortune Most Powerful Women. No one is talking about Bullion and Mumbles, and people are just laughing at first their outfits, which are hideous. The court dresses are back. People are like, oh no. And then there's a part where look at this picture where is it the grass or whatever what they're doing, and people are like, they don't even know how to pretend. They can't even fake it. You think there are 60, 100 staff plus will try do something more better to make them seem to make them seem relatable, but this ain't it. How are you dressed like that in a suit or like that and you're pretending to work like with grass? Someone was like, they're listening to grass because the internet cannot understand what they're doing. So they tried again to upstage Meghan. They're outside trying to ride off Meghan's coattails because they know she's in Washington. So this is just so sick. This is just so despicable, as always. I mean, it's not very predicted. And the way you think they'll get better at it? No, they don't. It just keeps getting worse and worse. So guys, here are some of the comments of people roasting them to the filth. People are roasting them. So you have says, yep, Without a doubt, William and Kate have found a new working arrangement. Only go out when Harry or Meghan have something planned. What fools. They still don't understand and never will that they can't ever compete with Harry and Meghan. SK says, one of the strongest non-verbal cues of connection is how two people stand in relation to each other. Parallel feet usually suggest synchrony and shared focus. Divergent angles, especially when combined with physical space, often indicate emotional or relational distance, a silent signal of separation, even when standing side by side. Body language expert. Leo says, this is already pathetic and hilarious. This will soon be king, queen, consort, which comforts their deranged fans, and yet they will continue in the shadow of Harry and Meghan. It's already ridiculous how the Sussex's itinerary defines whether this couple has a vacation or does anything. Till says, surprise equals thrown at the last minute due to another glamorous couple's schedule. Dr. Maureen says, oh my god, they have mastered walking down steps backwards. Not My King says, what a pointless pair. That's Republic Group. And then Luke says, Will and Kate sure do get busy when Meghan and Harry come out to play. Pathetic. William will forever be Prince catching up. Nailed it. Lucy says, hard work. Just today that Meghan is attending an event in Washington. The Sussexes make the lazy ones work. Now they need a vacation. Zandy says, let these photos be a warning to all. Hate and envy ages you. Very true. Billy says, also, who wears shirt, tie, and jacket when working in a field on a farm with hands clasped together, watching their wife do the work and not helping out? Good one. Good point, Billy. As always says, is she wearing this outfit as a penitence to her hate, envy, and jealousy towards William's sister-in-law? And then Zandy replies, the outfit is a disaster. No wonder all the brands she wears are collapsing left, right, and center. Leo says, is she trying to dress like the late queen now? I mean, this kind of outfit is perfectly fine for someone who is 90 years old. But whoever her new stylist is now definitely hates her. True. Billy says, you can almost feel the toxic chemistry between them. Neither of these two want to be there. They're being advised to at least pretend to be doing something ahead of their next vacation. Joe says, oh, look, they're so interested in the photographer than the chef. And then look at that picture. Very true. Donna says, I think that the concession Harry made is to provide them with the diaries to ensure that when he and Meghan are out working, the lazies will step out to exploit any publicity or deflect from Harry and Meghan. They are big mad at Meghan in Paris because it was a surprise. Hines says, don't forget the rehearsed part on the back to show affection. True. Michelin says, even copy the work event theme. Fave's focus today will be business. So now they're also doing business. Cloud says, I feel a kind of malicious joy in knowing they are being forced to spend time with each other for appearances. Very true. Supporting says, I just want someone to tell me the effect of all these visits on the UK population. Apart from photo ops, as far as I'm concerned, their stupid, irrelevant visits do nothing to either promote the organization they visit or inform us, the British public, of anything substantive. Sophia says that he has the backbone to show himself publicity after the revelation the other day. I know. John says, these two have gotta be two of the most boring people in the world. Even their clothes are dull and boring. Then Veritas says, how poetic is wee Willy Wonka throwing a safety line considering his public image needs saving. That's true. That's it, guys. These clowns are very pathetic, dull, boring, desperate. It's just funny. At this point, you just have to laugh. Anyway, guys, go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you think. Remember to hit that subscribe button. I'm Emerald. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.